Alright everyone, DJ Ravish this side, and I've got a very special guest right now here in Jaipur. A brief introduction about him. He doesn't require one, first of all. He's one of the best and the most famous DJ, not only in India but in whole of Middle East and whole of world. I have the superstar, the rock star, DJ Shadow Dubai with me.
Thank you. Until now, I thought he was talking about himself.
No.
I was thinking,
No,
why is
not at
Ravish
all.
talking about himself in his own live vlog? So yeah, welcome to everyone out here. We are here in Jaipur, Ravish city. Yes,
So I'm gonna do a few questions that I want to ask Shadow. And
He's come with a whole list of
meanwhile, if you
questions.
guys also have some questions, if you guys want to ask anything from me or from Shadow, anything related to DJing, our personal life, anything, you are most welcome to write your comments, and we'll be happy to answer it. So my first question to you, Shadow, is a very basic one. So, how did your journey start? From Satir to Shadow, what's behind this name? Like, how did you get this name Shadow? And
Yeah, I think that's one of the most common questions I get. Actually, I'm quite a shy guy. So Shadow was an alter ego of my stage personality. So there was Satir, who was like a computer engineer, and Shadow, who was on stage rocking it. So that's how Shadow came. Shadow being a shadow of me.
so, how did you get this name? Like, you only came with it, or there was someone else behind it?
So actually, at that point of time, about 15 years back, having a stage name was very in common. So that's how I was thinking, what name, and Shadow was something just stuck. I used it when I was a kid. I didn't really think it would be a big thing because I was just DJing for as a hobby. So I didn't really think things are going to blow up at that point of time. I was a teenager, young kid with lots of dreams, but didn't really think this would scale up as much as it has. So yes, it just came up with the name, and it stuck on.
So, you just said you are a computer engineer, right?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
So, you have done your graduation, post-graduation, everything in science?
Computer science. Yeah.
Computer
Computer
science?
engineering. Yeah.
So this is something which I also didn't know, and I'm very sure you guys also don't know, that Shadow is a computer engineer.
Yeah.
So he's a rock star in all the fields. So we just got to know the reason behind his name Shadow, and there are few DJs who have just said hello, and there's one DJ Payam from Istanbul, Turkey.
Wow.
So hello Payam, I just was in Istanbul this year, and I love that place. It's a beautiful city. I'm very sure Shadow has been there as well.
Yes, it's a great place.
It's a great place. So yeah, next question to you, Shadow, is you have been to almost every city in India. You have played in every city of India. Plus you play quite frequently in your home city, Dubai. So I just want a small, what is the difference that you find in the clubbing culture in India versus the clubbing culture back there in Dubai?
So in terms of crowd, you don't really see a difference because obviously I'm playing Bollywood music around the world, and they love the Bollywood music. People know Bollywood music so much. It has evolved in the last few years, so there's not much difference in terms of crowd. But I've realized over the last few years that it's very essential for a DJ to prepare for a certain city. So a place like Indore might have a different music taste to a place like Delhi. And initially I used to think, no, I'm the DJ, it's my rules, I play whatever I want, and the rest can just, take a hike. But I've realized, traveling around the world, seeing other DJs perform, someone like a David Guetta, in 3 months back, I actually saw him perform in Ibiza, and 3 weeks after I saw him perform in Dubai, and guess what, his set was completely different.
Correct.
Now it's David Guetta, one of the top 5 DJs in the world. He doesn't really need to care, he can just play what he wants, his type of music. But guess what, he made an effort to make sure that what he played in Ibiza was catering to that kind of crowd. But the crowd is not different. They all love their EDM music, they all love David Guetta, that's why they're here to see him perform. But what is the difference is, in Ibiza the timings are different. People are dancing till 6 in the morning, 7 a.m. While in Dubai we have a lesser time. In Ibiza, other than alcohol, there are other stuff which is available, so people are on a different high. So he understood this, and he was playing more of a popish EDM set in Dubai, while in Ibiza he was playing a very hard,
more of a commercial set, right?
more of a commercial set. So when DJs like that worldwide are making an effort to change their sets, I think it's very essential for us DJs who are playing in different cities in India to may not, there might be not much of difference, because at the end of it I'm playing my brand Shadow, I'm representing that, so I'm not going to be shifting from Bollywood to techno music. But I think Bollywood itself has so many subgenres at this point of time that it is essential for DJs to understand not just what they represent, but also what the crowd wants.
What the crowd wants. Correct. So coming from your brand Shadow, please explain us about your concept of Shadow experience.
So Shadow experience is well, it's something more than just what I can provide in a club. So a club show is different, a wedding is different. I've been trying to put a audio-visual spectacle along with a light show. So that's what Shadow experience is all about. Yeah.
So it's an audio-visual and
light,
lights and everything.
There might be a bit more elements like percussion is every kind of thing. So it's more of a concert experience.
So basically this is an experience that you don't get in normal club shows. This is something bigger and better than what you experience anywhere else.
Yes.
So this is what Shadow experience is. If you guys have any questions, you can just throw it us.
I'm really surprised. Ravish has brought a whole list of questions. He's like completely ready. He just asked me to go live. I thought we were just gonna go live and say hi.
No, I've got some questions, and these questions are not just mine. These are some questions that I got from my fan page, from my fan list.
Wow, look.
Because people follow you a lot, and you have got a huge fan following.
A good DJ is always prepared. Yeah, that's I think one thing.
So you people know that you are in Jaipur, and everybody knew that we were gonna meet one day from your 3-day schedule. So my next question is, if you have to make a choice between the tracks that came a few years ago and the remakes that are coming from it, if you have to choose one of them, will you select the original ones or will you select the remake?
I think for playing it in a club, definitely a remake, because now what has happened is people are educated. So if I play an original song, it still works, but people want to hear 2018 sounds. They want to hear 2000 fresh sounds. So now what has happened lately, I've really noticed that if a DJ plays a remix of a song, let's say if I play Subha Hone Na De, the original still works great, but if I'm playing a remix of Subha Hone Na De, which was made in, let's say, 2016, people know it's an old mix. That is for sure. People are educated now. They understand 2018 sounds, and during a set, you have to mix in sounds which are of your, current time. So, people remaking it, like let's say Dilbar, it's a great remake. So it still works. Whether I love the concept of Bollywood doing remakes is a different story, because what happens is it essentially curbs our set. We have lesser music to play because we can't play any more retro, because the retro songs are being remade, and anyways in Bollywood music there's not much songs which come out and become a hit. So because of that, yes, I'm not too happy about the trend, because it limits our choices in playing a Bollywood set.
So I think this also depends on the kind of event you are playing.
Yeah, it also depends on kind of event, everything, kind of also how good the remake is as well, because some of them are really good, some of them sound, not all that great. So yeah.
So what he said is actually very true, that people are educated now, and a lot of credit goes to the social media. They follow their favorite DJs, and they know what kind of remake it is, what the old sounds versus the new sounds, so they can differentiate it. The crowd nowadays is very educated.
I think it's also because of YouTube being so big now.
Yeah,
in Dubai,
so big now.
Now in Dubai, in India, everywhere. Also with Jio and the whole digital revolution out here.
Yeah.
So I think people are educated because they see music online, they hear music online, Savan, all the Spotify, all of that. So yeah, that's really put new music into people's. I remember back in the days when we started DJing, if a song became hit in the West, it would take about 8 months before it became hit in India. But now that's not the thing. A song like Taki Taki was released and it's become a huge hit right here instantly. So yeah.
Instantly. So my next question is, if you have to select 5 tracks that are a must in DJ Shadow's playlist, that can be not new tracks, they can be from any genre or any time, any decade or anything. 5 tracks that are must in DJ Shadow's playlist. Guys, listen to this. It could help you guys.
Yeah, but I think it's a tough question because my playlist doesn't remain same for too long, and also just 5 songs, that's impossible to think. I don't even think I can choose even one song which could be there in the playlist. So it's a bit of a tough one.
Yeah, but still try answer at least 2 3.
I can just say what's hot on my in my set right now. I'm still thinking because it differs every day.
I can name one, proper Patola versus Taki Taki.
Oh yes, that's definitely hot right now. Everybody keeps requesting me for that. Ajani Aja as well, my song. When I've been playing in club shows, a lot of people have been requesting that. So definitely that. So yeah.
So coming to Ajani Aja, how was your experience working with Bohemia? Is one of the best rappers in the world, and this is actually a multi question. So how was your experience working with Bohemia, and how was your experience, because since you have worked with so many different artists coming from different genres, you have worked with Jay Sean, you have worked with Sean Paul, you have worked with Badshah, you have worked with Bohemia. So first question of this multi-question is, how was your experience working for Ajani Aja, and if you have to choose between all these artists that I have named, which one do you like the most fun working on it? Like,
so everyone's fun. I think everyone brings their own energy, which is the main, reason we work on these projects. I think Bohemia has been one of my inspirations. So getting a chance to work with him was amazing. Like, it was a dream come true. And being with him in person is a different energy while we work on the sound. I think that's what brings it all together. The main thing about a collaboration between me and Bohemia was, he had his own sounds and I had my own commercial sounds, so it was very essential for us to bring it all together in a way that it represented both mine and Bohemia's sounds, and that's what I think we have finally been able to achieve with Ajani Aja. And in terms of who's my favorite, I'm working on a new song, and that's the artist who my favorite is, but find out who that is, you'll have to wait.
So that will be a secret as of now. We'll have to wait and watch the little teasers that he throws on his Instagram account. We'll have to follow those. Yeah. And then I believe we'll start a contest. If we are lucky enough to guess the right artist, we'll get the exclusive copy of it before everyone else. Okay, so there's this one question from Ravi, bhai, hame bhi ye wala goggle chahiye. So there's fans ask for your goggle.
Mine or Ravish's? That's the question.
The Shadow's goggle. My goggles are very simple. These are the simple Wayfair.
So these big goggles hide the lack of sleep.
The lack of sleep, the dark circles that each and every DJ.
Yeah, so I just woke up, and Ravish has been up since morning, so I have no idea how he gets up so early. So I just woke up and he's been saying let's meet up, and I said yes, why not?
I wake up at 6 o'clock every day, no matter what time I sleep, but 6 o'clock.
And I go to sleep at 6 a.m.
And he goes 6. So big DJs go to sleep at 6 o'clock in the morning. That's how it is. So my next question is, since you travel a lot, like you travel like crazy, it's very hard.
I think that's part of the DJing industry.
Yeah, that's part of the DJing industry, but I want to know what's the secret of your energy that you travel so back to back. And see, I have met Shadow a number of times. We have we are very good friends. We are very close. We are two professional DJs, but like every time I have met him, he is always full of energy. He's never like, bro, I'm tired, bro, I'm this, even after traveling so much. So I want to know what's the secret behind this.
I think one of the things is I'm really passionate about my music, about my about my shows. So I want to make sure that every show I really put my 100% into it. Other than that, obviously, if I like meeting my fellow DJs and this, like the vibe out here, discussing about music. So that's why when Ravish called, I was like, yes, why not? Let's meet up.
There's this comment from DJ Money, the Smart Sardar. He says, two handsome DJs coming up from a Smart Sardar.
Great, thank you, Money. Unfortunately, you're already married, and so is he, and so am I.
Okay, so any questions from you guys? Let me just check on the comments.
So if any of you have any other questions, else he has about 50 more to ask. So yeah.
So Payam is saying, hope to see you again. We'll play with you in Istanbul.
For sure, yeah.
And Avinash says hi to DJ Shadow.
Yes, don't be shy.
So many highs. and DJ Naveen from Singapore. Hi Naveen. So there is this one question, and this is from Vikas. How to get famous?
How to get famous? I think there's no shortcut to being famous unless you want to be famous for the wrong reasons. There are 100 ways to get famous. You can, you can go jump in front of a tiger right now. Your name is going to be in the newspaper tomorrow. But that's not what you want to be famous for. You want to be famous
on your photo.
Yes, with a garland on your photo. But that's not what you want to be famous for. You want to be famous for doing something good. So the reason I got into the DJing industry was not for anything really right at the start of my career. I was taking it as a hobby. I thought, wow, this is crazy. But somewhere along the line, I thought, this is something I really want to do. I'm really passionate about music, and I wanted to really change the scene. I wanted to take it ahead. I wanted to change how the Bollywood music industry was. And I'm glad not just me, but the other DJs are pushing the industry so much. And that's one of the reasons. I don't know if I'm, that famous yet, but I want to make sure that in the next few years, I'm going to push out the scene a lot, and there's been a lot of people supporting me from day one. About 15 years back when I was a nobody, there was not even YouTube or anything. They used to listen to my songs, add me on Yahoo Messenger and stuff like that. And for those people who have supported me for so long, thinking that Shadow is gonna do something for the thing, and I'm definitely working on that. That's how I see it as.
Nice. So I'm gonna ask you 5 rapid fire questions.
Rapid fire. Now Ravish has I think he's
I'm
now
trying
changing.
to become a host, yeah.
He's changing. He's becoming a host soon. I had no clue about all this. He just asked me, "Oh, do you want to go live?" I said, "Okay." I'll say hi to some of the friends out here. Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask you 5 rapid fire questions. You have to answer whatever comes in your mind first.
Okay. Great. So no tricky questions.
Yeah. So no tricky questions. The first one is tea or coffee.
Tea or coffee? Definitely tea, but green tea now. It's the wedding season, so you're eating a lot, you're drinking a lot, so green tea for sure.
Okay, so original or remix?
Originals, that's what we all crave for. Yes, being a DJ though, it's a bit of a irony. It's a bit of irony that I'm supporting originals, but then the music producer who's made that original track has put so much into that, and then obviously that has a bigger value for me than a remake.
Facebook or Instagram?
Instagram for sure. That's I'm more active on it. That's one of the reasons why. So if you add me on Instagram, DJ Shadow Dubai, and if you message me or if you tag me in any post, I'm mostly active on Instagram. So I see a lot of people and I connect to a lot of people on Instagram.
Okay. DJing on consoles or digital DJing?
I think for me, because I still DJ on consoles, so it's DJing on consoles definitely.
But you use a digital software.
I think the digital software is like it's basically acts like a hard disk. That's more like it. Serato doesn't add. For me, at least, I'm not using any of the additional functions of Serato. I'm just using it like how I would use a hard disk or a USB. It just makes it easier to search for songs.
So 100 BPM or 128 BPM?
I think it depends on the vibe.
You are on a rapid fire.
Yeah, it depends on the vibe.
You select one, 100 or 128. Select one.
I think neither techno.
You are still not answering the question. 100 or 128?
I think 125.
125? Yeah, smart answer.
Yeah.
Now this one is a little tricky. India or Dubai?
India or Dubai? I think definitely India. India is where I'm from. My origins are from India. Dubai has given me a lot, but India is where everything happens. Is where
India
my
is where the
Bollywood
heart
music
is.
from. Yes, yeah, India is where the heart is.
Okay, so Vikas has another question. Why many clubs of Delhi not interested in EDM, and I am addicted to EDM? Where can I go and play EDM?
I think that's a really wrong notion. I've seen so many clubs in Delhi, and even actually 2 years back there was no Bollywood being played in Delhi or in India. It was just, so it is it's a wrong thing. I think you should explore more. There are lots of even underground parties happening. So yeah, I think Vikash, you should go around Delhi a bit more. There are a lot of EDM being played in clubs.
The second part of his question, where I can go to play EDM?
Yes, definitely. Obviously, clubs is one option, but which clubs? Like EDM also offers a lot more spectrums. There are like college shows. There are concerts which happens. There's a lot of EDM. So yeah, I mean there's a lot.
There are a lot of college shows that are happening, campuses even that do only EDM.
Huge
EDM
concerts.
Music. Yeah.
Sunburn, everything. And
Sunburn,
the clubs,
Supersonic college events, campus events. They
too
only
many.
do EDM. So you can try for that. You can.
If you're good at it, yeah, why not?
You can try releasing your own EDM single. That will really.
And Ravish has his own music label.
I've got my own music label that's written right at the back of my hoodie, if you can see. That call
It says
In Rave Records.
In Rave Records. Yeah.
So In Rave Records, yes, that's my own record label. Whenever you are done with your original track, you can submit it, and
That's great.
if it's good enough, we'll be happy to release it. So the people are also answering. They are also saying T. For my rapid fire question, they have
But
answered
these were some of the easiest rapid fire questions. So I'm really glad.
So you
know,
only
yeah.
said no tricky questions.
No tricky
I
questions, so
had a
that-
lot of questions in my mind.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So I'm glad this is going really smooth and
This is
easy.
going- Yeah, because he only told
So
me.
how do you rate Ravish in his new profession as a host now?
Yeah,
So,
if you
need
guys
to-
think I am good in asking questions and I am a good host, you can rate me from 0 to 5.
5 being the highest. So
5
yeah,
being
let's
the
see,
highest
yeah.
and 0 being I am a stupid idiot. So you can just leave these comments.
So DJ Rick asked a good question. If you are from India, why you use Dubai, sir? Because I am born and raised in Dubai. I'm a Dubai kid, but my origins, my parents are from India, and that's why, you know, India's-
Just tell him which part of India do you belong to.
So I'm from Kerala, down south. That's where I'm from. My parents are from there. So yeah, that's where my origins are. And Umesh Kumar
Rated
rates.
5.
So there are questions. Yeah, why don't we ask some questions to
Ravish,
Ravish?
sir, reggaeton or
Club
mix?
mix?
If you ask me personally, I'll always vote for reggaeton. That's what I make, that's what I play. And I've been playing reggaeton and making reggaeton before it was so famous here. So before being a Bollywood DJ, I used to be a hip hop DJ, and I used to do a lot of hip hop and reggaeton sounds. That's how I got interested in this kind of sound, and then I started making. And amplifier, obviously that remix became a huge hit. That's how I got famous.
So
Sorry
wow, there's
for
a lot
the-
of 5 stars. Yes.
Sorry for the interruption, somebody called me up on my phone. Do we have a good market for DJs in Dubai? If yes, then how can we chase that?
I think you should always make it big in your own city first. Like if I'm from Dubai,
Very
so I
true.
made it. I made a scene in Dubai, and so many DJs actually tell me, "Oh, but sir, there's no music scene in my city." But I've seen so many DJs in the lately who come from smaller towns making it big. And also, if there's no scene, make a scene there. Like in Dubai, when I started doing Bollywood music out there, there was actually not much happening. And the music wasn't that great. There were not many Bollywood DJs. There were no clubs, no good clubs who just playing Bollywood music. So I made an effort along with my fellow DJs to push the scene, and right now 10-15 years later, Dubai is one of the best Bollywood music scenes.
Correct.
And imagine it's just Dubai. It's why not the rest of the Middle East? Because there were DJs like me, there were other DJs out there who made who worked hard to make all this happen.
Who worked really very hard to push the scene.
Yeah.
And I've partied in Dubai, and I've seen the clubs there are very huge, and the Desi music over there is like it's crazy party scene over there. So yeah, you can work and make a scene in your city first, and then try for other markets.
Yeah.
There's
so
another question from
be
Abhishek.
Be the king in your own jungle first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Abhishek Aditya says, how important is it to be proficient in playing keyboard, piano for doing music production?
Well, it all depends on you actually how good you want to get at it. If you want to get better, learn more.
So if you are very good at keyboard or any kind of instrument, keyboard, guitar, any kind of instrument, it becomes very easy for you to detect the keys of your track. Then you can make some really cool bass lines, chords, synths, everything on it. So it becomes very easy for you.
Yeah, the more you know about music, and music is something you can never stop learning about. So yes, keep learning.
Do you guys like private parties?
Ravish, you want to answer that first?
Yeah, you are the private party king. You do
So, no,
you
but
do so
I
many
love,
private parties.
I love private parties. I don't think there's any issue with private parties. Weddings are such big scale weddings, and I love it. For the people, so much love. I think weddings are such an intimate day for the bride and the groom, and for me to be a part of their celebration, why not? Yes, so I love doing private parties as well.
Nice. So I too love private parties. I love interacting with the family. And these type of parties, they don't have any limitations. That at 2 o'clock you have to shut the music, and these are crazy. Like you have a dolly there. You play kind of music that you usually don't play in a club. So it's a mix of everything, and the vibes are very good. So when are you coming to Gurgaon?
So I keep coming a lot to Delhi, Gurgaon. I do a lot of weddings there, but you can follow me on my Instagram to see my date updates.
Do we have to be an average player, or just music theory knowledge will be sufficient?
I think you should never settle to be average in anything. You should always strive to be the best. And someone's asked Ravish to do a beatbox.
No, it says Shadow sir, do a beatbox.
So unfortunately, I can't sing to save my life, or neither can I beatbox, but I can DJ. Yeah, that much I can say.
He is a kick-ass DJ. I've personally attended his events, and his set has amazing energy. Like, he never lets the energy go down. It's continuous energy, and it's always going up. So, and he's very good on the mic as well. Thank
you, Ravish.
This is one thing that I want to.
I'm going to treat him for lunch now. Yeah, thanks to all these.
This is one thing that I want to point out with. I want to spread this knowledge to a lot of new guys. That miking skills are very important. I've seen DJs who are very good in playing music, but they don't know how to use a mic. They don't speak anything on the mic in their whole set. So miking is an important thing. You want to say something related to it?
So I think every DJ has his own style. It's essential, to create his own style. Some, miking is very important, but there could be other ways to, impress. But it's very important now that there's so many Bollywood DJs coming up with their own different types of music, that you create your own style.
Another question. There are a lot of questions that are coming related to music production. If you guys want to ask anything related to our lifestyle, our personal life.
Yeah, let's make it a bit more fun, guys. Yeah. You guys are being boring.
Is music production very essential to get gigs in pubs, clubs in other cities, or what efforts can we make to get wide all around?
So I think I will answer this. It's more of a. This will have a long answer, but it's one question I get asked a lot.
Yeah.
So I think it's very essential for you to understand. Sorry, what's his name? DJ Jace. Yeah.
Jace.
So Jace is very essential for you to understand why are you producing music. Because if it's just to become famous, then you don't have to produce music. One of the reasons you produce music is to put sounds which you think represents you. So if I'm putting out sounds, this is what I think represents me. If Ravish is putting his sound, he's representing, let's say he loves his reggaeton music so much that he's pushing that out. And that's one of the most essential reasons why you're producing, because you want to create an entity where people can look up to you and think, okay.
Don't answer this one.
Okay. Alright.
Any plans for Jaipur? This is by Dinesh.
Sorry, so I got stopped out there, but yeah, so it's very essential for you to understand there is a connection between DJing and production, and when you understand that, that's when that's one of the biggest things. Yeah, it's not easy to understand what's the connection, but when you do, it's great. But you can become a good DJ even without producing. There are quite a few DJs who don't push out music who are doing really, really good. So it's not essential, but it's great because it opens up your mind, and it gives up different perspective, I think.
Dinesh is asking any plans for Jaipur.
No man, Jaipur.
No plans for Jaipur.
It's so far. Actually, this is my 5th day in Jaipur in this month.
We are currently in Jaipur.
Yeah, we could show them around if they don't believe us. But
we'll show you guys the place, this beautiful property called JW Marriott Jaipur at the end of the broadcast.
Yes, we will.
Yeah. So, what DAW do you guys use? You want to answer first?
Yeah, I guess we all know it. FL.
Yeah, so he uses FL, I use Ableton.
Chronic, is that a mid?
Chronic,
no, that's okay. I didn't understand that sign, yeah.
That's a thumbs up.
Thumbs up to Chronic.
Thumbs up, Chronic. Hope you are doing good. Shadow sir, I really loved your remix of Bhigi Bhigi Raaton Mein sung by Stephen Ben.
Yes, thank you. I think that's the last question we're gonna take though, because the questions are getting too boring, and after that we'll take Abhishek, and thank you to Abhishek. Yeah, it's a favorite mix of mine as well.
Mani says Assam waiting for you. So
Mani, yes, we are coming to see you soon, but where have you been hiding?
So Mani, I believe you can ask some really good questions. You've been asking good questions in my previous broadcast. We are waiting for you, Paji, to throw some good questions.
And I think the last question we're going to take is Abhishek. He says that Ravish looks like Martin Garrix without the beard. So if you vote for him without the beard, we can go get a shave done today, right now. So are you guys voting for beard or no beard for Ravish?
So guys, you have to vote either Ravish with beard or without beard. So
And if you vote for
My-
Without Beard tonight, we are gonna see a brand new Ravish.
because my fate depends on you guys.
Yeah.
So don't do anything stupid. So I want to ask you about your experience in Assam last year, because you did quite a few shows there last year. And since I belong to Assam, a lot of people know I was born there.
Oh, I do know that, yeah.
So you don't know that?
Yeah.
I was born in Nagaon. You played in Nagaon?
Oh, I remember you texting me. Yeah, I remember.
Well,
Yeah.
I was born in that small town.
Mhm.
That is 150 kilometers from Guwahati.
Okay.
And that's where Manipaji also belongs
Oh,
to.
that's great.
So we know each other before we were DJs, like
Okay.
15 years before
Wow, nice.
we know each other. So, so what was your experience like? This, I believe that was your first time in the interiors of Assam.
In
You've
the
been,
interiors,
you've
yeah,
been
yeah.
to Guwahati a
I've
lot
been
of
to
times.
Guwahati a few times. Yeah, I think it's always an different experience traveling to different parts of India, different parts of the world. I just been on my Spain tour as well, and to see so many Indians in Spain following Bollywood music, it's just
Correct.
amazing.
Correct.
And the same thing in Assam. And I think the best part is DJ Money is such a great host. He showed
Yeah,
me around. So
he
it was amazing. It was an amazing experience, and it's such a beautiful place Assam is. So yeah, I was definitely going back there again soon because I really loved it. So I think that's one great part about DJing and traveling. You get to see so many different areas. You get inspired not just by the travel but by music from different parts of the world. Yes.
Any plans for Bhubaneswar?
Unfortunately, one of my good friends from Bhubaneswar has stopped being a good friend. I'm just kidding. Yes, Bhubaneswar soon. I've been actually getting a lot of inquiries from Bhubaneswar. So yes.
Shadow sir, I want to connect with you. Where should I initiate? Because I tried on FB, but unfortunately I haven't got any reply.
The easiest way to connect with me is to come to a club where I'm performing and just say a hi. I think that's the easiest. People forget, people are so engrossed in social media, they forget the basics.
Yeah.
So I get a lot of people messaging. Unfortunately, I try replying to most of them on my Instagram, but there's so many messages I get, I'm unable to reply to each and every one. But why not make an effort, come down to where we are playing? And that's, as DJs, we would love that, seeing other DJs. So all of you DJs, if you want to meet some of your fellow DJs, like look at Ravish, he's driven I think 1 hour to come catch up with me. He could have easily messaged me on Instagram and say, hey bro, what's up, good to have you in Jaipur, but he made an effort to come down. So
I actually wanted to come 3 days before, but I was playing head events, and then today I got time. Monday I'm not working, so today I got time. Mani says you guys should try beard look with turban.
Mani, we don't want to take your space. You are the Sardar, and yes.
Yeah, you are the Sardar and you are a Sardar.
I think we should not take any more questions. The questions are getting too boring.
How many hours do you guys work on studio? You want to answer this one, Devesh?
Well, it depends on the projects I have in hand. To be honest, traveling so much, so it depends on the projects. Sometimes 8 to 10 hours. Like this last week, there was a day when I didn't even go to sleep for about 48 hours. We were just jamming in the studio because there was a project we were working on, which was quite.
So basically, it depends on the kind of track, the project that you're working. Sometimes I've made remixes that are finished in 2 hours, and sometimes it takes up to 2 months also. When I'm not getting the correct vibe that I need from that remix, I'll just stop that project and start it after 1 month or after 2 months. So sometimes it takes 2 months, sometimes it takes 2 hours. And there's one question, DJ Eldon. It says, what do you do when you are not on gigs apart from organizing and producing music?
I think I like traveling a lot, so for me it's exploring the world. Music though never stops being part of my life. I think music is so much into everyone's life now. You're listening to music, you're listening to sound. So yeah, never too far from music. But yes, when I'm not DJing, I love to travel. I love to chill, relax, maybe watch a bit of cricket. Just relax, keep my mind off for a bit. So yeah, that's something we don't get to.
And I think you love
much.
watching movies as well.
I love watching Bollywood movies. Yes, that's a good one. Yeah, but I love.
I follow your reviews. So
Great, yeah.
a lot of my movie choices are dependent on Shadow's reviews.
You can follow
so
me
if he recommends that you should watch a movie, I'll go and next day and watch that movie.
So you can watch my reviews on my YouTube page, DJ Shadow Dubai. And Chronic, yes, nice sunglasses. Thank you. I'm not gifting it to them though. Gifting it to you though. Yeah.
Sandy has a question. What are your plans for NYE 2019?
Guess what my plan is? you know what plans we all DJs have is to perform on New Year's Eve. Yeah, we don't get to make any other plans. It all depends on where we are, our birthdays, our, you know, we miss most of our the big days in our life. You know,
when everybody else is celebrating, we are working.
We are working at 12 o'clock. They want us to be, you know, on stage. But the best part is I love it. You know, I have no complaints because I really love making everybody happy. So yeah, I think that's the last question we should take.
Once again, a question related to production. Why we are getting so many questions related to production only, music production only?
I think that we can take how to stay focused. So I don't want to know, okay guys, any fun questions. We are getting bored out here.
When Odisha next, both of you, we were there in January, both of us. A lot of DJs were there.
Oh yes, we were there, yeah. But so like I said, we are traveling a lot. You guys should follow us on our Insta, you know, to understand our updates. We come down too often. So yes.
Is there any possibility to collaborate with you if I make a good one? Yeah, definitely. We would love to collaborate with any of you.
Yeah, but you know what's disappointing is, you know, I get a lot of these questions for collaborations, and people are not taken seriously. You know, they send some songs you would think, oh my God, what are these? So I really, you know, if I had to ask a senior, or if I had to, let's say, collaborate with an artist, I would make sure that is my best ever song. Yeah, and that's how I ended up, you know, collaborating with someone like a Bohemia, Bacha, Sean Paul, is because I worked on it. You know, it's just not okay. I say, okay, I'm willing to collaborate, and you just send me a track. And
so this is one mistake that a lot of DJs do. They will send unfinished tracks. They will send unmastered tracks. Whenever.
And more importantly, they'll send something which is not creative. If you are just going to copy someone's style, or if you're just going to do something which is already in the market, why would someone like Ravish or me collaborate with that person, which we can do on our own? And thanks Abhishek. And
this is one thing that I face with my record label also. There are a lot of DJs who will send a track for international release, and they will either say it is an unmastered track, this is work in progress. Never ever send these kind of tracks. These, you know, you won't get a record label deal with these kind of tracks. You have to always send a completely finished, mixed and mastered track only. You can send a demo, you can send a 1 minute or 2 minute demo if you are afraid that your track might go somewhere else or they will steal, which never happens with any record label. But you should always send finished tracks. There's Srijoy from Kolkata. How are you,
guys?
Can you remember
yes,
me
I
from
remember you,
AirAsia?
Srijoy from AirAsia. Yes, thanks Abhishek. And so I think that's
we should wind up because Shadow has another appointment. He has to leave to another
Unfortunately,
place.
I have a sound check to go to, and that's part of the.
He's playing here tonight in Jaipur for a wedding event.
And it's looking crazy.
Just to wind up, Shadow, there's one thing that I'm very sure a lot of people ask you, and since we have a very good platform to explain it via a video, what are your suggestions or what are your recommendations or any advice that you would like to give to these upcoming DJs that ask us a lot of questions that, you know, sir, we want to be big, but there is no resource in our city. We can't. There's no one to support us. You know, what should we do? How should we become, you know, the next Shadow or the first ever, whatever your name is?
Yeah, I think it's very essential for you to focus and to understand what you want to do, because that's where you understand your journey. So it's very essential to work hard, keep being focused, understand what you really want to do. And there are people who say there's not much opportunities in the city. But you know, even when I came from Dubai, there was no Bollywood market. We created it, and if you're still unable to do that, shift. You know, there are lots of, you know, India is a huge country. There are lots of opportunities. I think you know, right now Bollywood is booming. Or even if you are interested in some other genres of music, I think all genres of music right now have a space in India. Even if there's EDM, if it's trance, even if it's just techno music, Bollywood. So it just depends on what you really want to do, and I think stay focused, work hard. Yeah, that's the most important thing.
So this is coming to the genre. I would like to ask you one more question. Like, do you always stick to one genre, or you are an open guy with you can play any kind of genre? Depends on the crowd.
I think it depends on the DJ what they want to do. But I feel I represent Bollywood music, and if I'm being booked for a show, that's what I represent. Looking even at someone like a Tiesto, one of my favorite DJs. He used to be a
Yeah.
trance DJ before, so but now he's made a progression. He's more of a pop EDM style DJ, but his productions are reflecting that. So if you're listening to Tiesto's current music and go see him perform, that's what you see. If people hear my music and they come to see me perform, that's what I want them to experience. I want them to experience the Bollywood side of me, what subgenre of Bollywood I represent, and I feel that's very essential for building a brand, an identity
Identity,
for
yeah. So
yourself.
it's
So,
very
yeah.
it's very essential for you to build an identity. You know, people should remember you from one thing, that okay, this DJ is famous for this thing. The sooner you do it, the better it is for you
And you
to
don't,
get
yeah,
shows
and
and
maybe
you know,
and when
popular.
when you're starting off, maybe you don't need to, because maybe you don't need, maybe you don't understand what music really you like.
Yeah.
You know, when I started off as well, I used to listen to a lot of R&B and hip hop, and I used to think, wow, this is the music I want to play. But somewhere 5-6 years down the line, after being a resident DJ, playing all sort of genres of music, you know, struggling it out, at some point of time I really thought, wow, this Bollywood music is really what inspires me, because I love, you know, watching Bollywood movies. This is something, and Bollywood music at that point of time didn't have that kind of music remix quality as well. So
Correct.
that's what I thought, okay, let's try pushing this up, and that's how I got into Bollywood. But yes, if you come and see me perform at any show, that's what you're going to see. If you think this is what Shadow is, this is how he looks, this is the music he produces, this is the music he's pushing out, yes, that's what you're going to get even at the show.
Even at the show.
Yeah.
So guys, we are winding the live session now. Ravish signing off. Thank you. Thank you everyone. And then we'll end this live broadcast. So this is JW Marriott here in Jaipur. This is actually a little far from the city, but amazing and very beautiful property. So alright guys, thank you so much. Bye.